amazing space. My name is Eren Melchizedek, and I want to express that I am completely grateful with the trio like Cauley, better known as the Yellow Cottage. So this is a space which is meet the author of this amazing book, which is picking out the pieces by Dee Simone. Thank you so much for having us today and accepting this invitation.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm happy to come and interview with you.
Thank you. And also, I want to extend the invitation right now. You can go and follow us on Trio Live at Quali, also Yellow Cottage at Video Pro Live, and your channel.
A Spiritual Haven. You can find me under that name on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter as well as A Spiritual Haven. But you can check out the book website that I have for my book, Picking Up the Pieces, by going to yourdeesimone.com, and that's your with a Y-O-U-R.
Perfect. So, Dee, had you ever shared a tea with your grandma before when you were a kid?
I haven't.
So today, let's bring those memories. This is for you,
Thank you.
and this is for me, because we are going to share so many good experience right now. So I want to do a toast for
Yes.
many abundance and many opportunities for you, and I see you doing great things. Okay.
Thank you. Cheers.
I had this amazing opportunity to share with this amazing woman, beautiful, not just outside but inside,
Thank
the
you.
most humble woman that I have ever met, and she doesn't speak about herself that much. And later, when you don't imagine, you start to do your own research, and you can find what I call like Pandora box. Once you open, you have many gifts. And Dee Simone, she has a degree, and it is also a mediator on sociology, and also she's in a spiritual path. She's a very intuitive person, and I want to share a little more about this book, how you created. But first, Dee, I would like to know for the people which is on the other side of the screen, who is Dee Simone? Where are you from? What do you live?
Well, I am Dee Simone, and I was born and raised in Miami, Florida. And I am actually first generation Nigerian American. So both of my parents were born and raised in Nigeria and came to this country where they birthed me into this world. By trade, my bachelor's degree is in sociology. I always had such a strong interest in group behavior, the dynamics of groups, and what helps us thrive, what doesn't help us thrive. And after graduating from college, I went to law school. So I am an attorney by trade. I worked as an attorney for several years. And I just felt a really strong calling, actually, in my last year of law school. I felt a really strong calling to write this book, and that continued for years after I had graduated and started working as an attorney. So I really felt like it was important that I put my messages, put what I've learned into words that could help women all over the world. And so, my path has taken me into places that I never could have imagined. But I'm just really thankful for where I am, and thankful for having the strength and courage to live the life that I truly want.
That's good. And congratulations for that. I'm pretty sure there is a reason why you came here to this country, specific to this culture, because also there is many women that probably are looking for that specific conversations, advice, and I do understand that you have a blog, advice diary.
Yeah, I have a dating advice blog. It's called Dee's Dating Diary, and you can find it by going to www.deesdatingdiary.com.
I want to ask you, so does your book follow any spiritual religion, any spiritual path, or more important, does Dee Simone's beliefs in any specific spirituality path?
Well, as far as my book is not religious at all. This book is for women of every religion, of every kind of spirituality, and I really did want to make this a book that every woman could connect to. So there really aren't religious references in my book, and like I said, this book is whether you're Christian or Jewish or Buddhist. The messages in the book are messages that need to be heard by every single woman of all ages, all over the world. But as far as me, I was raised in a Christian Baptist home, but in my own spiritual awakening, I really discovered that I don't resonate with Christianity as a religion. In my own, spiritual studying, I have recognized that there's different truths within every religion. There's truths in Christianity, truths in Judaism, in Buddhism, and so for me, I take what resonates with my soul. I take what resonates with me, and I take these little truths and just hold them within me and live my life from that place. So I don't now consider myself affiliated with any particular organized religion, and so for everyone else, I don't try to force religion or not being religious on anyone. I'm all about letting people be guided by their own intuition, by their own instincts and inclination to what works for them.
Perfect. That's amazing to know. So, no religion at all. But I do understand that you are going to have a workshop available at Trio Light. Is the September the 19th? Am I correct?
It's October 19th at 1 p.m. And yes, I'm going to be having a workshop where I incorporate a lot of the tools and techniques and advice that I give in my book and so much more to help you really, break things down in a way that you can create the change that's needed to have the healthy and loving relationships that you truly want. And so, really building, attracting your true love, which is the name of our workshop. Attracting your true love is not just about, getting some man, it's about more than that, because you can attract the right person into your life. But if you have some deep-seated issues or subconscious patterns, negative patterns that are negative habits that play out and act as sabotage to your relationships or harm your relationships, then there's no point in even meeting anyone. And that's what's different about my book as well. Like, the second half of my book is the dating advice, but the first half I take you through a series of exercises and tools to help you identify and recognize the negative patterns and cycles that you play out, and also to build your self-love. And so that's what we're going to be doing in my workshop as well. And I feel like I know that self-love is truly the key to having successful, healthy, loving relationships, because when you love yourself, there's just a whole world of things that you won't tolerate or deal with from other people. So this is really going to be a great hands-on workshop. You're going to come ready to dive in deep to yourself and your past relationships and so many other things. I'm really equipping people with the tools that they need to have relationship success.
Very good point, because I was reading one of the chapters, which is the chapter 4, and it says, it caught my attention because it says, your self-worth matter.
Yeah.
And at the end you add something that it says right here. I want to mention it. It says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent, which is really important. What do you think? Because I know we can go inside and we value ourselves. We are already loved. That's our nature, right? But what do you believe? Why we continue as women allowing those patterns to give our power away? Do you think it's a culture thing? What do you think we are continuing the same pattern all over and over and over?
Well, the simple answer is that we don't believe we deserve better, or we don't see our own worth, so we allow people to treat us as worthy. There's so many things in this world that affects our self-worth, and a lot of us are, conditioned to, measure ourselves up to some arbitrary standard of beauty and worth, right? We're told that we have to look a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain size, have a certain level of education even, to just be considered worthy. And so in time, we keep these arbitrary standards in our mind, and then we're constantly measuring ourselves up to an immeasurable standard, almost, to where we break ourselves down and we say, oh well, I'm not this and I'm not that, or I'm not this size, or my skin is too dark for me to be pretty. And we let these things, we almost internalize these things that take away our value, that take away our worth. And so then it becomes even easier to let someone come along and treat us as though we have no worth, because we haven't recultivated that ourselves. And I say recultivate because you're right, we're born into this world as loving beings who love ourselves as we are. But then someone comes along, as when you're a child, and is like, why are you so happy? You shouldn't be so happy, because you need a change, and you should change this, and once you do this, then you can be happy. Right. And so our worth and our self-love is stripped away from us as we grow up. And correct. Like I said, once we get to a certain age, we start doing the stripping away of whatever remaining worth there is. So it's true, that quote, that people can only treat us poorly, or devalue us when we give them our consent to do that. And you give your consent to someone to do that by continuing to date someone and have relationships with people that aren't valuing us. And I just want all women to know that you are worthy, you are good enough, you are beautiful, you are valuable, and you need to start seeing that for yourself, because without that transformation, we can't shift into that place of having healthy relationships, loving relationships we deserve. Instead, we'll stay in that pattern, that negative cycle of having failed relationship after failed relationship.
So ladies, in the other side of the screen, I say ladies, but I'm not going to focus on a specific gender, because it could happen to women and men in general. It sounds pretty easy, right? Love yourself and feel pretty. You are amazing. You are loved from the top to the bottom. I know sometimes it's hard to break those rules, to break those patterns. I know it's hard, but the time has arrived now. So let's take advance. Please join us this October the 19th. I say join us because I'm going to definitely be on your workshop. I'm pretty sure that there is as I always say, there is no coincidence, but synchronicity.